That way. Oh, yo, and he's sexy as fuck.
I love them grits, guns raised in the south. You see them after the club at the Waffle House. I love them grits, guns raised in the south. Thick as fuck and they quick to run their mouth. I love them grits, 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 grits. I love them grits, 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 grits.
That way. Oh, yo, and he's sexy as fuck. I know, I can't stop smiling. Okay, so, Jasmine. Yes, I have a cup of, it's Remy. Shit. I guess that's probably why I'm over here in my bed thinking about, ooh, anyway. So this is a story time. I don't know what I want to call it. I done went through a couple titles. It was J and B, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, my future husband. I don't know what I'm gonna call it. I know after I tell this story. But this is, I would say the one that got away, but I don't know. I'll just say this. Out of all the men that I have dated in my past, he was the one I felt like could really be my husband. He the one who I thought like, wow, like we could really be a power couple, like Jay-Z and Beyonce type shit. Okay, anyway, let's take it back. I met him through my brother. Me and him was already mutual friends on Facebook. He sent me a Facebook request a couple years before we actually met. I remember his name. I knew his name because he's good friends with my brother. He was raised with my brother. Me and my brother wasn't raised in the same household. But anyway, so I remember one day it was December 2011. I remember exactly where I was because y'all already know I have a photographic memory. I was in Walmart in the electronics department and my little brother called me. And he called me because his friend who I'm talking about had just recently moved to Dallas and he wanted a candy house to go get him some candy. And my brother called me because my brother wanted me to get him some candy. So my brother gave him my number and he called. At the time, I was dating someone. I had a boyfriend, but like we was on the verge of breaking up. But I said that to say this. So I knew his name. Like I didn't think nothing of it when he called me and asked me, to go get him some candy. It was really nothing. So I told him where I live, and the candy house was in my apartment, very close. So he came to my apartment, and I took him to the candy house. I remember exactly what I had on. I had on my purple sweater and my tight jeans and my boots. I remember that. And walked him to the candy house, and he left. Like 2 or 3 days later, he called me again because he wanted some more candy or whatever. And so he came back over there, and I noticed he was flirting with me, but at the same time, like it wasn't like everybody don't flirt with me, but I don't take flirting like to the next level. I just look at it like, oh, he being nice. When people flirt with me, I don't look at it like, oh, this nigga like trying to be my boyfriend, or I want to be his girlfriend. So I took the flirting very lightly, and I told him that I had a boyfriend or whatever, and he was like, kind of like, oh, you know what I'm saying? He told me later on that when I first told him I had a boyfriend, he said to himself he was gonna take me from that nigga. I told him I wish he would have told me that shit that night. But anyway, make a long story short, so me and my dude, like I said, like we was on the verge of breaking up anyway. Me and my dude ended up breaking up, and I remember one day me and him was flirting. He had came over there for some more candy or whatever, and me and him was flirting, and he was saying, let me stop before I don't want to get you in trouble with your man. And I was like, I don't have a man. He was like, you had a man. I'm like, I don't have a man. It's just like the charm just instantly turned on. Like this nigga was like, y'all, oh, like he was so charming. He was like, like you sexy, you cute, like yeah, everything I did, that nigga complimented me on. Like that nigga come in my house, like, oh my god, you cooking, you look so sexy while you cook. Nah, not really, but I'm really exaggerating with that, but he was very complimentary. Like he didn't have a problem expressing to me what I thought, like how beautiful I was, and he really didn't have no problem with kind of like showing me attention and affection, and I kind of liked it that I wasn't used to it, so I was kind of like on the fence about it, like, you know what I'm saying? So I remember this was December. I remember he asked me out on a date, and yeah, this was like in the middle of the week. He asked me out on a date, and I got a babysitter, and me and him ended up going bowling. Yeah, we ended up going bowling. So me and him ended up going bowling. We went on our date. After that date, you know, he brought me home or whatever. Everything was cool. After that, we like started like communicating like really strong. And like I told y'all, like I had got rid of my boyfriend, and though me and him had like, soon as I broke up with my boyfriend, like me and him like started dating. But at the time, I wasn't like trying to get back in a relationship. I really was enjoying his company and enjoying the goddamn attention he gave me, and I loved the goddamn compliments, like no lie. So, and he had met my daughter previously, but he met my daughter when he came to my house the first time, and it wasn't like, you know, like she like me and him went dating. So, and when me and him would go on dates and stuff like that, like I wouldn't have my baby. My baby would like either be over my best friend's house who lived around the corner, or she'll spend the night over my best friend's house who lived in the same apartments. Like she wasn't ever around. And so I remember one particular day, he asked to take me and my daughter on a date. It was outside the house, and he took us bowling. And when he took us bowling, like he was very like attentive towards her, and I liked it that. But you know, like I wasn't like, oh my god, like I'm gonna marry this nigga and it's gonna be his baby. I just was like taking into it like, oh, like he really taking interest in my child. At the time, like I didn't bring men around my child, but the fact that I knew his history from my brother, he came from a good family, and he asked, and I felt like it was okay. So me and him started dating, and y'all, he was like the perfect gentleman. He really was, and I really liked him. I really, really did. But well, I wouldn't say the problems came, but where the confusion came was, in my opinion, I watched his actions and I listened to his words, but that was it. Like I knew he liked me, and he used to make like little comments like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you single. Oh my God, you so sexy." And y'all, like I ain't gonna lie, I was cooking for this nigga, and I'm the type of female to where I pay attention to little shit, and then I find out like different stuff. For instance, I can cook my ass off. So I found out what he liked to eat. I asked him, what you like to eat? So I was cooking for the nigga. He talk about his favorite dessert. I know he liked the red velvet cake. So shit, y'all know me. I'm at the store making red velvet cake or buying red velvet cake, like real shit. So that was like, to me, that was my way. Like I could see his intuitiveness and what he was doing. So I was just trying to show that on my behalf. And I remember, like we went out one night, and like I always do this too, because I do this like on a lot of dates. Like if I go out with a dude and a check come, I pick up the check, only because like I don't want them to say, I'm trying to act like oh I got it, but I was just trying to show them like this cool for the date, but I can treat you too, real shit. But he wasn't having that shit, and he was the first person that was like nah, like no. And since he was the first person that was like no, like I didn't pay for the goddamn check. And we used to be out in public, and he'd be like, oh my God, I'm so happy I'm with you. Like, you the sexiest bitch up in here. Like, y'all, real talk. That nigga had my ego and my confidence like on 234 out of 1 through 10. No lie. So we started dating, and I remember this was the beginning of December. And I remember that Christmas. My daughter was gone with her daddy, and I was at home by myself. I had cooked a lot for Thanksgiving, and I didn't even really know him. I didn't know him Thanksgiving. I had cooked a lot for Thanksgiving, and Christmas I was not fucking cooking. So I cooked dressing. That Christmas we had dressing, roast, and that's it. I'm gonna have my dressing because I gotta have dressing for Christmas and Thanksgiving. But I had dressing and roast, and we had a big old bottle of Amsterdam. And I remember I cooked, we ate, and we sat up there. I pulled up 2 shots. We drunk them, and he was like, "That's it." Y'all, we sat there, y'all, and I think we took like 12 or 13 shots, and we spent like the whole Christmas together. It was very nice. It didn't even seem like Christmas. And the next day was his mother's birthday. And his mother passed away when he was 14. And at the time, I had just turned 27. And he was 26, about to be 27, because I'm like 2 months older than him. So his mama had been passed away for a while, but he woke up the next morning and it was his mom's birthday. And I think Christmas on a Saturday, yeah. Cause I think the next day was a Sunday. And y'all, like, another thing I liked about him, like, no matter what we did Saturday night, y'all, we could go out Saturday night, we could stay up all Saturday night. Sunday morning, that boy is going to church on my 28th birthday. So it was my 28th birthday, and I had already had a party and kicked it with my homegirls and stuff that Friday and Saturday, but my birthday happened to be that Sunday. So on that Sunday, B called and he was like, "Well, if you ain't doing nothing," oh, excuse me, he like, "Well, if you ain't doing nothing for your birthday, like, I want to take you out." I was like, "Shit, cool, no problem." So I remember it was my birthday. My sister was here. I wonder, did she keep nooning? She had to keep nooning because this was a Sunday night. I don't know what her nooning was, because I remember. Okay, I don't know what her nooning was, but I know it was my 28th birthday. So he picked me up looking all fucking sexy. Y'all, no lie. This is like the only dude, like, my sister and my mama. He was like the only dude where they was like, "God damn, he fine as fuck." Like, damn, Jazz, like, yeah, kind of like how when you bring your girlfriend to the barbecue and your uncle asks, "Is that you?" That's kind of like what my little ego was with it. And yeah, he ain't cocky either. He really ain't cocky. He really humble when it comes to, like, females. Like, I don't get that vibe from him. But anyway, so it was my 28th birthday, and he picked me up, and I have to be honest. When he first picked me up, before we left the house, so that's what made it good anyway. So we left the house, and we supposed to been going to Speed Zone, and I forgot what else. But I remember we supposed to been going to Speed Zone. And I remember we left the house and we stopped and by a candy house, and he bought me a whole lot of candy, like some birthday candy. I was like, "Oh, present number one." Then we left the candy house. We went to Speed Zone, and something was up with Speed Zone. I don't know if it was packed or something happened, but I know we ended up going there, and when we went there, we ended up changing our mind about something. I forgot what we changed our mind about, but anyway, we ended up going to Dave and Buster's. Now, me and him, our dates was like wonderful and perfect, but we had our own special places where we like to go. Like, we'll go bowling. We stayed bowling. Did me and B go to the movies? We dated a lot, so I know we went to the movies, but I don't remember when or what movie we seen. But I'm almost for certain me and that boy went to the movie because we dated. Y'all, like, this nigga was like the ultimate motherfucking dater on my mama. So I remember this particular night we had went to Dave and Buster's. This was before they opened up the new Dave and Buster's. We had went to Dave and Buster's, and we had a real good time. Like, we took pictures, and I remember while we was in Dave and Buster's, I seen one of my ex-boyfriend's homeboys. I know. We left Dave and Buster's, and I remember as soon as we left Dave and Buster's, he played this song. What was this? That song by Rick Ross and somebody. And I remember when he was like, "She grabbing on me, kiss me on my bottom lip." In the Galleria, all I hear is "Buy me this," and he just leaned over and a nigga kissed me like we was in the middle in the middle of an aisle in front of all our family and friends, and had just got joined in matrimony. I ain't even lying, y'all. I fucking liked him. I really did.